Every entrepreneur has the same dream. You wake up one morning with the perfect product idea. Something people are desperate for, something nobody else is building, and something you can launch tomorrow. And then reality hits. You don't know what people actually want. You're guessing. You might be spending months building something and just praying that it works. Now, what if I told you that there is a way that you could literally pull every complaint, every frustration, every "I wish this existed" from thousands of real customers, and let AI tell you exactly what product to build? That is what I'm going to show you today. Hey guys, I'm Jake Dawson, and this is the type of stuff that we cover here. So let's just dive right in. Okay, so here's what's actually broken about how most people choose which products to build. You either copy something that's already working, and then you're competing with a saturated market. Or you guess based on a hunch, and you build out for months, and you find out that nobody wanted that. So both are slow, both are expensive, both feel terrible. Meanwhile, real customers are out there right now writing down exactly what they want. And they're not subtle. They're literally saying, "I wish this product did this," or "I would pay for something to solve that." So the problem is there are millions of reviews and nobody has time to read all of them. That's where today's workflow comes in. We're going to scrape thousands of reviews with one click, and then we're going to hand them to AI and let it find patterns for us. And the output is going to be a list of product ideas backed by actual customer pain. The tool we're using for the scraping part is called Apify. And let me explain what it is, because if you've never heard of it, this is going to change how you do research forever. So Apify is the largest marketplace for automation-ready AI tools and web scraping actors. So each actor is built to scrape a specific site or a data source. Trustpilot, Google Maps, LinkedIn, Amazon, Instagram, Reddit, anything that you can think of basically. Here's the part that matters for us. You don't need to write any code. You don't need to know how scraping works. You don't need to fight with proxies or anti-bot systems. You just simply pick the actor that you want and you paste in a URL. And then a few minutes later, you've got clean, structured data, JSON or a spreadsheet. It's your choice. So think of it this way. Every time that you've wanted to pull data from a website but you didn't know how, Apify has probably already built that tool. It's basically a huge library of scrapers. And for today's workflow, we're using one specific actor, the Trustpilot Reviews Scraper. The link is in the description for that. And the best part, Apify is free to start. The free tier is more than enough to follow along with everything I'm about to show you. So here is the 3-step workflow that we're building. Step 1, we'll scrape reviews of every major competitor in a category. Step 2, we'll drop the data into AI. And step 3, we'll let the AI find the patterns and surface product ideas. All right, let's actually do this. So I'm going to research a niche that I'm genuinely interested in. Surprise, AI productivity tools. Things like Notion, ClickUp, Reclaim, Motion. The idea being, if I can find what people hate about the tools that they're using right now, I can find a real product opportunity. So first, I head over to Apify. So I create a free account. It takes literally 30 seconds. And then I search for Trustpilot-Scraper-PPE. So there it is. I open the actor. And now here's the input screen. It looks intimidating at first, but the important field that you need to worry about is scrape with start URLs. So go to that section, and I'm going to grab the Trustpilot page for Notion, ClickUp, and Motion. 3 huge productivity tools. So I paste all 3 URLs in, and now I'm just going to leave all of the other settings on default, then hit save and start. And now it runs. So you can watch it scrape in real time if you want, but honestly, I just go and grab a coffee. I come back in about 20 minutes and I see that everything is scraped. Now when it's done, I download the dataset as JSON with one click, and now I've got a file with hundreds, if not thousands of real customer reviews, names, ratings, dates, full review text, everything. So 20 minutes ago, I had nothing. So now I have a gold mine. Now we feed that gold mine to AI. I'm using GenSpark for this, but honestly, any AI assistant that can handle file uploads with long context will work fine. Claude, ChatGPT with the right plan, whatever it is you use. So I drag the JSON file in, and that's it. AI now has access to every single review. And now here's the part where most people mess up. They ask the AI something vague like, summarize these reviews, and they get a very vague answer back. Again, garbage in, garbage out. We are going to be way more surgical about what we ask for, because the goal isn't a summary, the goal is product ideas. So let me show you the exact prompt that I would use. You can copy this exactly, I'll put it in the description too. I'm a product entrepreneur looking to build a new tool in the AI productivity space. I've attached hundreds of real customer reviews from Notion, ClickUp, and Motion, and I want you to do 3 things. 1, extract every distinct customer pain point or frustration mentioned across these reviews. Group similar complaints into themes. 2, for each theme, count how many reviews mention it and rate the emotional intensity from 1 to 10. 3, identify the top 5 market gaps, specific things customers are clearly asking for that none of these products currently deliver. For each gap, give me the underlying pain, a 1-line product idea that would solve it, and direct quotes from these reviews as evidence. Output as a clean, structured report that I can act on. That's the whole prompt. So notice what we're doing here. We're not asking for a summary. We're asking for actionable intelligence. So we're telling AI exactly how to organize the chaos, and we're forcing it to back every claim with real quotes, which means no hallucinations and no guessing. I hit enter and AI starts processing. So about a minute later, the report is done. So let me walk you through what came back, because it actually surprised me. When I started this, I was expecting the gaps to be about features like Notion needs a better calendar or ClickUp needs a better mobile interface. And that's not what AI found. The real complaints across all 3 tools, Notion, ClickUp, and Motion, aren't about missing features. They're clustered around 5 deeper failures: trust, reliability, control, simplicity, and ownership. That's it. Now, let me show you the top themes. So number 1 was predatory billing and subscription traps. So this was the angriest cluster in the entire data set. Customers feel tricked. Surprise annual charges, seat charges added without warning, workspaces locked until they pay. Listen to this quote. I was upgraded without my consent or knowledge, and canceling seems impossible. Another one, an extra paid seat was automatically created and billed without any warning. So this isn't a pricing complaint. This is a trust failure. Now, number 2, we have performance, lag, and stability. So the biggest functional complaint are tools freeze, syncs break, mobile apps are slow. So for example, this user said the biggest headache is the speed. So you're just staring at a loading spinner. The next pain point was AI unreliability and data risk. So this one's really important. Users want AI help, but they don't trust it. So one person said their tools AI suggested permanently deleting all of my data sets with no way to restore them. Another one said the AI burned through 12,000 credits in 3 days with 0 reporting on where they went. And now here comes the cool part. So AI didn't just give me a list of complaints, it turned them into real market gaps. So real product opportunities. And let me show you the top 3. So product number 1, we call it Honest. So it's a project management tool with one promise: no surprise charges, ever. If a teammate joins, you get a pop-up before your build. You can set a monthly spending cap, and the tool literally cannot charge you above it. Cancel anytime with one click. No phone calls, no chatbots. The whole brand is, we won't trick you. That's it. So customers are so burned by Notion and ClickUp's billing that we won't trick you is a real product position. There are people who would switch tomorrow. Product idea number 2, call it Undo. So it's an AI assistant for your work tools, but every single thing that it does, you can undo. So before it deletes anything, it shows you a preview. Every action gets logged so you can see exactly what it touched. And it tells you in plain English how much it costs every time it runs. So right now, people are afraid to let AI near their actual work because it might delete their stuff. Undo solves that. It's basically AI with a seatbelt. And the third idea is simple. So this is an app where you don't set anything up. All you do is you connect your email, you connect your calendar, you connect your Slack, and it just shows you your to-do list. It already knows what you're working on. It already knows your deadlines. It already knows what's urgent. No templates, no projects to create, no, let me build this system. You just open the app and your day is organized for you. Think of it like this. If Notion takes a week to set up, this app takes 30 seconds to set up. So that's 3 real businesses someone could go out and build right now. Each one solves a problem that hundreds of customers are literally screaming about. And we got there in 20 minutes with 2 tools and 1 prompt. So that is the difference between guessing and knowing. Now, here are a few quick ways that you could scale this. So the first way is to run it across more categories. Pick 3 categories that you care about: fitness apps, course platforms, AI writing tools, whatever. Run the same workflow on each, and then you have 15 product ideas in under an hour. The second way is to schedule it. So Apify lets you rerun the same scrape weekly. So every Monday morning, fresh reviews come in, fresh patterns emerge, fresh ideas surface. So that's real competitive intelligence. The third way is to layer in more sources. So Apify has scrapers for Reddit, G2, Capterra, App Store reviews, Amazon reviews, all of it. So the more data you pull in, the more confident your gap gets. Now, this same workflow works with almost anything where customers leave reviews. So SaaS products, physical products, services, e-commerce, courses, whatever. Before we wrap up, actually, I want to show you one more thing, because what we just did is powerful, but it still has me doing the boring parts, right? So right now, every Monday morning, I'd have to log into Apify, I'd have to click run, I'd have to wait for the data, download the file, upload it to AI, paste my prompt, wait again, and finally read the report. That's maybe 10 minutes of clicking around. It's not a lot, but it's enough friction that I'll skip it some weeks, right? So let me show you the fully automated version. I'm gonna use a tool called GenSpark Claw, and it's basically a 24/7 AI assistant that lives on its own computer in the cloud and runs workflows for me on a schedule. So it's a version of an open source tool called OpenClaw. It's just packaged inside of GenSpark's platform. If you want to go deeper on what OpenClaw itself is, how it works under the hood, how to run your own, I just dropped a full video on it a few weeks ago. I'll link that up in a corner and in the description. For today though, we're staying inside GenSpark because it's just the simplest way to get started. So here's what we're going to set up. Every Monday morning, my GenSpark Claw is going to do the entire workflow that we just did by itself. So it triggers the Apify scrape, it waits for the data, it pulls it into the AI, it runs the magic prompt, and it emails me a fresh market research report. The setup is dead simple. So I open my Claw chat and I just literally tell it what I want. Every Monday at 9 a.m., run the Apify Trustpilot reviews actor for these 3 URLs. When it's done, analyze the reviews using this prompt. I paste in the prompt and send me the report to my email inbox. That's it. I'm not writing any code. I'm not setting up webhooks. I'm not configuring anything. I'm just talking to it. So Claw asks me for 2 things back: my Apify API key and the link to the scraper that I want it to run. So that's easy. I head over to Apify, the dashboard. I click on settings, then APIs and integration, and there it is. I copy it, I paste it into Claw, and that connection's done. And then I paste in the link to the Trustpilot reviews actor, the same one that we used earlier in the video. Claw confirms everything, saves the workflow, done. Now, every Monday, I wake up to a fresh report in my inbox. New reviews, new patterns, new product opportunities, like magic, without me lifting a finger. And this is the part that's actually wild. So you can spin up workflows like this for almost anything. Competitor pricing changes, Reddit threads in your niche, job listings for companies that you're tracking, App Store reviews for your own product. So anything Apify can scrape, Claw can analyze on a schedule. So if the first workflow turned guessing into knowing, this version turns knowing into automatic. So you become the person who shows up to every meeting already armed with the data that nobody else has. And a quick note, I'm putting a step-by-step setup guide for this in the school community. So the Claw prompt, the Apify connection, the full thing. So the link for that is in the description below if you want it. All right, let's wrap up. Before we end this, I want to give you my real opinion on Apify because I've been thinking about this a lot while making this video. So here's the thing. We're living in this moment where AI can do almost anything. So it can write, it can think, it can build, but AI is only as good as the data that you feed it. And that's the part that nobody's talking about. So the people winning with AI right now aren't the ones with the best prompts, they're the ones with the best data. So that's what makes Apify special. Most people think it's a scraping tool. It's not. It's a data faucet. So you turn it on and the internet pours out reviews, prices, listings, social posts, anything. And then your AI has something real to work with instead of just guessing. So if you're building anything, a product, a service, a content channel, an agency, and you're not using Apify, you're competing with one hand tied behind your back. If you want the exact prompt I used, plus the full Apify setup as a copy-paste guide, I'm putting it inside our school community. So again, the link for that is in the description below, and it is where I share all of the workflows behind every video that we do here. I give feedback on what real people are building, and you can hang out with other no-code builders just like yourself going through the exact same journey. It's honestly where a lot of the real breakthroughs happen. So try Apify with the link in the description. It is free to start, which is more than enough to run the workflow that I just showed you. Now, if you find a product idea using this workflow, please drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to see what you discover. Hit subscribe and like the video for more honest breakdowns of AI tools. Hey, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. And I will see you in the next video where we're going to talk about, well, actually, just click on the video to my left and you'll see exactly what we're going to be talking about. I'll see you there.